Is a brilliant craftsman in the ring, but despite his success, he has had some adventurous starts, although it's normally false confidence for future victims. So we'll see what happens tonight. Trinidad versus Lueshing right here at the Nashville Arena. The IBF welterweight title is at stake. And let's take our first look at the challenger, Kevin Lueshing. He's the Look. That's his nickname. He's worked as a model, an actor, as a fighter. He's a former British welterweight champ, former brief sparring partner for WBC welterweight champion Pernell Whitaker, but tonight his first shot at a world title. Kevin Lueshing perhaps buoyed, inspired by what happened just moments ago when Khalid Rahilov, first world title shot just like him, came in and knocked off the champion, Frankie Randall. Lueshing, known as a big puncher. Last February, he put a fighter named Chris Saunders down 5 times en route to the British welterweight title. Written Fight of the Year, voted by the Boxing News of England. Bobby Tez, does Lueshing have a puncher's chance, particularly with the questionable chin of Trinidad?
I don't think Trinidad's chin is quite as questionable as people say, but Lueshing is reportedly a good counter puncher that has some pop to those counters. And sometimes they're the most dangerous, the young undefeated fighters to face, especially if they have good experience. Right now, Trinidad's still more experienced, fought at the better level, fought the better fighters, and he has everything, all the tools to deal just about anything. But I think this should be an excellent test for him.
Just for the record, Trinidad got rocked early by Compass Carr, a journeyman named Anthony Stevens. All 3 knockdowns in the second round. And let us take a look at the champion. There's a championship belt. Here's the dynamic. Felix Trinidad of Puerto Rico. Fans reacting. The undefeated Trinidad making the 11th defense of his IBF welterweight title, which he's held since June of '93. Many feel he's on a direct course to superstar. Age of 24 has already made 10 title appearances, 26 of his 30 wins by knockout, one of the highest knockout ratios among champions today, 87%. There's the Puerto Rican flag. 16 of his last 17 opponents did not hear the final bell. And 30, how has he progressed since you first saw him?
I saw him when he had 2 fights, and he's gone up relentlessly forward, learning, making every fight a learning experience, getting better and better and better, until he reached the plateau of goodness about 3 or 4 or 5 fights ago, beyond which it'll take some doing to get better than that. He's very fast, he's very active, he has a great deal of precision, patience, and although he goes down, he gets right back up and fights a very hard fight. So I believe that he is, I'm one of those few that you said thought he was headed for superstardom. I thought so when I saw him fight in 2 fights.
The always confident Felix Trinidad. Let's check the numbers. Trinidad turned 24 just yesterday. He was 20 when he won the title. He's 4 years younger than Lueshing. Trinidad, a big welterweight, as we mentioned, at 5'11". Lueshing listed at 5'11". The weight almost even, the reach exactly the same. IBF rules for this title fight: scoring under the 10-point must system, 3 judges, no standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. If an accidental foul occurs before the end of the 6th round, technical draw. If it happens after the end of the 6th, to the scorecards. So here in Nashville, IBF welterweight championship upcoming. Trinidad and Lueshing. The introductions from our ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Coming your way is a world title featured attraction, once again brought to you by Don King Productions and Budweiser, the undisputed, undefeated king of beers. This bout is sanctioned by the International Boxing Federation, the president, Robert Lee Sr., supervisor in attendance, Robert Lee Jr., along with the Tennessee Boxing and Racing Board. Director of Boxing is John Hopkins. Introducing to you our judges, scoring this bout from ringside, Samuel Conde, Robert Gonzalez, and Don O'Neill. A referee in charge, working in this, his 32nd world title bout, Benny Nelson. All right, fans, here we go with the IBF Welterweight Championship of the World. scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. I present to you first the challenger on my left, fighting out of the blue corner, entering the ring wearing black and red trunks, joining us all the way from Westerham, Kent, England. He weighed in at a ready 146 1/4 pounds. With a record of 19 wins, he has only 1 defeat and 16 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight's challenger, he is making his first attempt at a world title. Please welcome Kevin "The Look" Lueshing. And his opponent across the ring, presenting the defending world champion on my right, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trunks tonight, hailing from Cupe Alto, Puerto Rico. He weighed in at the welterweight limit of 147 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign in the ring with 30 wins, no losses, 26 of his wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome one of boxing's great young stars and pound-for-pound best, tonight making the 11th defense of his title, introducing the undefeated IBF welterweight champion of the world, Felix Trinidad. Once again, the referee in charge, Danny Nelson, now to give instructions.
Danny Nelson of St. Paul, Minnesota, trying to get Felix Trinidad into the center of the ring. Lueshing is already there, but hey, why not a little spot of water? Take your time.
Okay, Papa.
There we go.
Kevin, Felix, we've been over the rules earlier. You know what I expect? And we want to keep a fight hard, clean fight, and protect yourself at all times. Good luck to both of you.
The champion, Felix Trinidad, a very scientific fighter, studies his opponent's previous fights, memorizing their habits and patterns, so when he gets in the ring, it's as if he's fought the person before. Notoriously slow starter, but a terrific finisher. Predicts a knockout by about the 3rd round. Major jump in skill level for Kevin Lueshing, involved in England's Fight of the Year '96, according to Britain's Boxing News, as mentioned. Knocked Chris Saunders down 5 times for the British welterweight title. The reason for the delay here, the ringside doctors are not quite in place yet. Referee Denny Nelson taking
the other
charge
doctor's not here.
immediately. Looking down there. Apparently, as you could hear, the other doctor is not here. The always patient Felix Trinidad against Kevin Lueshing. Very exciting is Lueshing. Has a good left hook. He's a counterpuncher. What kind of a fighter, Bobby Chez, could beat a Felix Trinidad if that ever happens?
Well, I think the guy who's going to beat Felix Trinidad certainly has to be able to punch and has to be able to take a punch, because Felix is going to get his shots into, but he has to be a good counterpuncher, make Felix miss, and make him pay.
Now, what is going on? We continue to wait. The fighters are ready, and this is just not right. The position should be in place, Bertie.
Yeah.
We're just told that they are ready, but really a ridiculous delay.
Well, let me know, the doctor's not in place. The guy said go ahead and go without him because there's 2 or 3 doctors there. So they're going with 1 short, that's all.
Okay. So here we go, round 1, scheduled for 12 for the IBF welterweight championship. Trinidad said that he'll end this in about 3 rounds. He said he's prepared, focused, but does think about Terry Norris quite a lot.
Now Lueshing is going to wait. He's a counterpuncher. He's going to wait till Trinidad leads, get his rhythm, gauge his speed, and work on the counters.
Well, we've seen Trinidad while away this first round, not looking like he's too interested in doing anything, but he does measure distance, and he does bounce up and down, see how close he can get to him to punch. Then from the second round on, mayhem begins.
Lueshing said this will not go the distance. It'll either be a KO for him or he'll be KO'd. He told us the key to victory will be speed and no fear. The crowd already upset at the non-action and doing a lot of booing.
Well, he's very young, Tito is, and that gets under his skin. Sometimes in places where he really cares for the public, that bothers him, and he starts to fight a lot harder than he does. So right now, it's not bothering him, but it will when they start booing a lot.
Right now, the two are just posing to each other.
Well, the other guy's
Trinidad
model.
is a boxer puncher, boxer counter puncher as well, so he's going to sometimes wait for the lead to do his own countering. Right now he's waiting, and a straight counter puncher usually never takes the lead.
Trinidad's favorite combination, left hook to the body, followed by a left hook to the head. Capitalizes on opponents' mistakes. He's just so smooth. Makes good use of his height and range. Very impatient crowd here in Nashville, but they may soon find out how explosive Felix Trinidad can be.
Well, that Frankie Randall fight for the first 2 rounds was a yawn, and then it built up into an explosion.
We approach the final minute of a very slow round 1. As mentioned, no surprise, Trinidad does take his time at the start. He'll sit outside and jab.
This round was actually slower than chess.
You know, how do you give this round to either guy that haven't thrown anything? I mean, what is this, an even round? I mean, nothing has happened.
No one's landed a punch. He's barely touched gloves.
Yeah, I mean, how do you rank this?
It's a draw.
A non-round. Oh, there's one. Well, if Tito does anything right now, he wins the round. If the other guy does, he wins it.
With less than 30 seconds remaining.
Now here's where the corner should be screaming at him to do something.
Lueshing said while he did respect Trinidad, he'll return to England a hero.
If he pulls off a win here, it would be a hero.
You didn't finish the sentence. He goes back to England a hero if he wins. Yep. If he loses, he can do whatever he wants.
And the crowd continues to voice its disapproval.
Did Lucy win the round with that?
I give it an even round because I didn't think either one did anything. All he said to him was, okay, you've released the tension, you've released the pressure, now start to work. So now, whenever you can, start going to the bottom with calm, with jabbing first and going to the bottom. And he says, keep your hands up. All the things. By the time you hit him a body shot, you can hook up to the head. All things that he does well. Keep saying, con calma, with calm, with calm. You can afford to be calm when you got a guy fighting of that caliber. You can afford to be calm.
Freddie, the hardest punch of the fight was just now in the corner. Felix Trinidad Sr. slapping Junior.
Well,
the former featherweight champion.
I can guarantee you that's an odd round that you can throw away. You'll never see that again in this fight. From here on out, the fighting starts.
Well, Lueshing trying to take it to Trinidad as we begin round 2. The posing continues, and if that rages on, you'll hear the crowd react again.
Sometimes when you have 2 counter punchers, it can be a boring fight because both are looking to work off the other's lead.
Lueshing's trainer Colin Smith told us yesterday Trinidad has had hand-picked opponents, beginning with Maurice Blocker. He was really down on the opponent.
Yeah, well, Yuri Boy wasn't a bad opponent. Obakar wasn't a bad opponent. Listen, he fought some tough guys, all of them number 1.
A series of number 1s.
Yeah, that rap can't be given to Trinidad.
He said that all of the fighters that put Trinidad down don't punch as hard as his man, Kevin Lueshing. We'll find out.
Nobody punches as hard as Yuri Boy Campbell.
Look out! A straight left hand by Lueshing, and down goes Trinidad!
He said the best punch is a left hook, and it was a left hook. He got Trinidad hurt.
That's the 4th time he's gone down in his career, and every time it's round 2. The left hand by Kevin Lueshing stuns Trinidad and this crowd. Is it a wake-up call, or are we in the midst of another crazy upset?
Surprise, surprise of nights. This is a night of surprises.
Well, I'll tell you what, usually when somebody knocks Trinidad down, then he's got him right where he wants him. He usually gets up in a furious fashion.
That's exactly right, but he's not too furious right now. He's still cautious.
This is the 4th time this has happened, all in round 2 in the career of Felix Trinidad. Of course, he's come back to win them all.
Well, he certainly hasn't attacked like he usually does. I mean, he is, maybe he's hearing some ringing in his ears that he didn't hear before, because he really got hammered good.
What I was talking about earlier, a young fighter who faces a sharp counterpuncher can really devastate him, especially morally. It can just demoralize him because he throws a punch, misses, and finds himself on the floor. That's a hell of a way to wake up.
Yeah. That's a wake-up call, Bobby.
We talk and talk and talk about the questionable chin of Trinidad, and happens again. He goes down to 108 in round 2.
But he gets up and he's stalking the other guy. You see, that's the thing about Trinidad. He got knocked down. He got up silly, and the other guy goes in retreat.
Though? It's a quiet stalking. He's afraid to let the punches fly too easily because he's being countered well.
Yep, you got that right.
I'll tell you, Lueshing knows how to use the ring, too. He moves around a lot. Both fighters know how to make other fighters pay for mistakes. We'll see how this one continues on. Final seconds, round 2. A knockdown for Kevin Lueshing in the second.
He said, that's only once. How are you? You feeling all right? Yes. He said, didn't feel bad at all. Now we know he hits. We know he hits. Now let's see how he takes your punch. Are you all right? No. Let's take a good look at that. Let's see what we're talking about. This is a counter punch that Bobby was saying that is a devastating hook. Didn't go right down, but he did. Bobby, you take
a second look at it. You'll see he comes in, what he does, backs up to the ropes, looking for the counter left hook. Bang, he lands it clean on the chin. He's off balance. He pushes him back with a combination of left and a right. Combination of balance and punching with the knockdown, but the first left hook was the key.
Well, this is the round Trinidad said he'd end it. Round 3, he was put on the canvas with a short, crisp left hook to the jaw in round 2.
He was almost short by 1 round.
Yes.
He would have ended it.
16 of Lueshing's 19 wins by way of knockout.
Well, this reinforces what I always say, beware these easy nights. I mean, the worst thing in the world is when somebody says, a bunch of easy fights. Oh, yeah?
There's no such thing.
Oh, yeah?
They turn out that way, but the way you prepare is like they're all going to be worse.
Yes, indeed.
Frankie Randall found out moments ago, and Kevin Lueshing trying to do the same thing to Trinidad. Lueshing 19-1 with 16 knockouts. His first world title shot. 11th defense for Trinidad.
Now Trinidad stepping up that killer attack. He wants to get some hurt on this guy and see how he feels. Speed is his thing.
Tell you what, that left hook just whizzed past Trinidad's face very quickly again. He is leery of that left hook counter.
And well, he should be.
Lueshing with no world championship experience. Looking very sharp here. Looking very confident. No common opponents with Trinidad. Trinidad seems to be composed now and stalking Lueshing. Ooh. Oh, kicking. There it is! The left hook to the body, then to the head, just as we advertised. And Lueshing is down. 125 to tie.
And he's in bad shape.
His legs aren't totally on him, Steve. He's got some problems now. He had better hold on for dear life.
And a long way to go in round 3. As Trinidad looks to finish Lueshing off.
Well, that was prophetic in the corner. He said he felt your punch. Let's see what happens when he gets your punch.
Trinidad on the attack. Looking to end it, as he predicted in the 3rd round. And left hook just missed by Trinidad. Plays the head of Lueshing. Straight right to the face by Trinidad.
Lueshing the hunter. He's stalking. He's looking for that one good right hand, and he's going to land sooner or later.
You watch Trinidad. He's going to do it again. He's going to go down to the body and come up. There he goes.
And remember, Trinidad an excellent finisher when he gets somebody in trouble. They'll have to do it in the final 35 seconds of round 3. Great right hand on the chin of Lueshing.
Lueshing's still not steady.
Back comes Lueshing with some effective left hooks.
He landed a couple of clean shots in here. Got Felix's attention.
And down goes Lueshing for the second time in the round. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He gets up on 7. There's no 3 knockdown rule. I IBF fight. 4 seconds to go in the round. Oh, a straight right, down we go.
They're stopping the fight, Steve.
Yep,
It's over.
It's over. And just for the record, the belt can't save a fighter in any round. And Felix Trinidad predicts the outcome round 3 after he was on the canvas in round 2.
What a fighter is Trinidad.
The terrific finisher, Felix Trinidad, does it again. Coming off the canvas in the second round for the 4th time in his career to beat Kevin Lueshing of England.
Great, man.
Felix Tito Trinidad. Boy, he continues to do the same process on several occasions.
You know, he just outgunned Lueshing. He had too much form, too much endurability, too much in speed and overall skill. But Lueshing fought a very good fight. He put the game plan together, and he saw the counter left hook was going to work. It worked, but again, he's got a great chin. He's a fighter, he's a champion, a man that will get off the floor and hurt you if he can.
2:59, round 3, unofficially.
We're going to take a look at the knockdowns, and I certainly think the first one was the most devastating. You'll see Lueshing's back to the ropes. Trinidad works into the body and then comes up with a left hook to the head and catches Lueshing right there in the ear and jaw, and it was a clean shot. I don't think he saw it coming right around there. This was the one I think that did the serious damage that lasted throughout the rest of the round. The rest became sort of follow-up measure. Here comes the second knockdown, another good clean shot. Once again, Trinidad has his back on the ropes. He's working inside, under and over. And you'll see over here, he throws a right hand left hook too. He has all the tools. There's the right hand and there's the uppercut. And that uppercut stood him up and dropped him. And lastly, with just seconds left before the bell, Trinidad seeing the kill, sensing the kill, comes in to close the show. Straight right hand. And for all intents and purposes, Lueshing is out. And the crowd was reacting on the big screen as they show that knockdown and that knockout.
Kevin Lueshing going down hard on his back. Lueshing down 125 and then 243 of round 3. It stopped at 259. Trinidad down at 108 in round 2. His 11th defense of the IBF welterweight title, remaining undefeated at 31-0 with 28 knockouts. Goes back to Puerto Rico with the belt again. Let's get the official time from Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Check. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 2 minutes 59 seconds of round number 3. Our referee in charge, Denny Nelson, stops the contest. The winner by way of technical knockout, still undefeated, still the IBF welterweight champion of the world, Felix Tito Trinidad.
Felix Trinidad. Trinidad Norris becoming more imminent. His dream fight, he says, is with Whitaker. Fighting Sweet Pea, in theory, is one thing, getting a signed contract another. Ike Corte, another possibility. Terrific fighter from Ghana. So we've reached the final plateau. Fight number 5. Up here next at the Nashville Arena, the IBF and WBC 154-pound championship. Terrible Terry Norris defending his titles against Nick Rupa. Norris versus Rupa coming up after post-fight reaction from our previous bout. And for that, we go to the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco, standing by in the ring.
Campeón, ese knockdown, ¿qué te pasó? What happened in that knockdown?
Bueno, sí, nosotros sabíamos que él era un boxeador de pegada. Pues me colocó un buen golpe y yo te veo, me tumbó, pero como todas mis peleas que me han tumbado, que gracias a Dios mi condición, he parado y...
He knew he was a counter puncher. It was a hard hit. He did feel it. He went down, but like always, he gets up and attacks. He doesn't see that that's anything different. Mira aquí en donde te vamos a enseñar al final de esa pelea y hablamos más. Ahora, usted va a hablar. Este es lo que le pasó. Ok, tú me dices en español.
Bueno, un contragolpe. ¿Ahí fue que me tomó a mí? Ah, ok, sí.
Vale. ¿Eso fue dolor o fue nada más sorpresa?
No, pero a mí me tocó como un buen golpe, fue mancha izquierda
I said, was that pain or was that surprise? And he said it was both because he hit me with a left hook and I went down, it hurt, and I went down. We will now try, vamos a tratar de enseñarte tu knockdown cuando llegamos a ese punto. ¿Tú pensabas que tenía cualquier problema con él después que te levantaste? Did you think you'd have any problem with him after you got up?
Yo estaba bien tranquilo y bien seguro de que yo iba a ganar por nocaut. Me ha pasado en varias peleas y yo estaba bien tranquilo.
All right, este es el final de la pelea. He was confident that he was going to win once he got up. He didn't worry about that. He thought that was all. And here, aquí es el final de la pelea.
Bueno, yo lo había lastimado con una izquierda.
Said I've hit him with a left hook.
Ahí fue con una recta, ahí lo metí con una recta.
A right hand, put him down.
Y sonó la campana.
And then the bell sounded. ¿Tú creías que se iba a levantar? Did you think he was getting up?
No, yo estaba bien difícil que se levantara.
No, he wasn't going to get up. It was all over. ¿Tú crees que necesitaba el tercer knockdown? Porque en el segundo parecía bastante. Do you think you needed the third knockdown?
Sí, bueno, el árbitro podía detener la pelea, pero el árbitro es el que decide.
Yeah, he said the referee could have decided to stop it in the second round, but he's the one that decides. If he says 3, then we'll knock him down 3 times.
Sí, creo. Antes que nada, quiero mandar un saludo a mi gente de Puerto Rico.
Perdóname. What I was referring to was he had 2 knockdowns and then he knocked out, whereas he just had the knockdowns. But en la pelea, cuando te tumban a ti y tú te levantas con confianza que vas a ganar otra vez, ¿no?
Sí, seguro que sí. Yo me levanté con mucha confianza y estaba seguro de que yo iba a ganar la pelea.
All right, he was sure that he was going to win. La pelea próxima, como Randall se evaporó, la pelea de Norris, ¿se puede hacer? ¿Qué tú crees? ¿El peso mucho o qué?
Sí, no, la pelea creo que está se va a dar y el promotor Don King está el promotor Don King.
Pero tú estás de acuerdo, tú quieres.
Sí, yo quiero la pelea y estamos de acuerdo los dos grupos que
both groups are in accord. That's a fight that's got to come. They want to. Both the father Felix and Felix Senior and Junior pointed to Don King and said it's his choice. Don, it's your choice.
Well, this is show how great Felix Trinidad is. That's why Whitaker opted to go back and fight De La Hoya because it's a much easier task than fighting Felix Trinidad. After they had agreed to fight, they did the usual thing, they run for the woods and hide. So now Trinidad is ready to fight Terry Norris and get it on and find out who's the best in the world pound for pound. And we're ready to talk about doing that, whether he's going to fight again or not. We'll talk about, but right now that's a definite match if Terry Norris get by Nick Rupert. But as the night is going, everything is happening in electrifying fashion. We don't know who's the winner until the fat lady sings.
I don't think I need to translate that into Spanish, so I'm going to go back to Steve and Bobby Chesney. Y buena suerte, campeón.
Muchas gracias.
All right.
All right, Ferdy, thanks very much. The Nashville Arena here in Nashville.